If you look particularly at from San Joaquin County, where Stockton is located, down to the Mexican border, the whole interior spine of California, the levels of adult education are quite low. You have between over 45% and as high as 55% of the population high school or less. That is a determinant that then drives what kind of work people can do, and as a consequence you have very high levels of poverty through that whole area.
In the Bay Area, the real problem is that we're shedding middle-income jobs. So we're cutting out that middle rung, which is going to make poverty eradication all the much harder. Education is paramount, whether that comes from the workforce investment boards by way of training adults in new skills that will help them move up the income ladder, or starting with our kids when they're in preschool, and making sure that all of the schools around the state get the resources that they need to provide a quality education. Without a quality education, you get the kind of dropout rates that we're seeing, very high dropout rates, and that hamstrings our economy.
When we talk about economic prosperity in California, we talk about it in the context of all residents of our state, because for a long time we've had disparity in our economic success and in our strategies. And I think it's great that this conference focuses on three important aspects: environmental quality, equity, and economic success, because really you can't have it in this state unless everybody shares in our prosperity. As they say, we all do better when we all do better.
It's the first time that I can remember in California history where you have a room of 500 economic leaders talking about things from a triple bottom line perspective, which I think is in and of itself a breakthrough. Number two, it's identifying the policy initiatives that can be carried from the local level and matriculated up to the state that are necessary for us to begin to make real progress. And third, it's giving us a framework for directing investments over the next 2 to 3 years in order to improve our condition. What we're really talking about is investing in those three things simultaneously so that the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. We have limited resources, and there's an opportunity for us to begin to make these investments in a way that it rebuilds the middle class, it alleviates poverty, and it creates more prosperity and a cleaner environment for everyone in the state.